Oh, hi, guys. We're back. The no longer Palace of a Thousand and One Rooms. We left there. We don't know. We don't know where we are. Oh, I got a ration. Just one, though.
Oh, I think we're all there, right?
We did it.
Showing
Yeah,
present and accounted for.
nice.
So real quick, since
Hmm.
everybody's here, last night I tried to record the session, which we didn't do too much, so we didn't miss out
Yeah,
on
we
too
didn't
much.
actually do any.
But I forgot to unmute everything.
Oh, right.
That's what you get for posting that meme, dog. That's what you get.
Action packed.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be a still picture for quite some time. But
It's why
that's
the deaf.
fine.
It's why I'm sorry. The blind don't like mimes. You know what I mean? Same
Yeah.
shit.
Hmm.
You're saying I'm being haunted by the pee pee poo poo man?
Maybe.
My
Yeah.
nightmares are fueled by that, man.
Oh, wow. I don't think it does that much to anything because it was just a very nice little transition that we could just play out instead of, you know, doing anything other than that because we were in the middle of a forest. You're now not quite in the middle of a forest, but other than that, it's not going to change that much. You kind of did get to talk a little bit more about this sacrifice that you don't dare to actually just do, and that's getting dangerously close to, maybe being a bad thing for you, possibly, according to Kyra. But other than that, I mean, you don't know. You can try that out too. Yeah, that's basically all we did, I think.
And I'm
Like,
sorry. How far away are we from the Oracle at this point? I know she just told us we need to be real quiet coming up here.
she
And she's
asked,
worried about the sled, but
yeah, she asked you to be quiet because she thinks that around the oracle there might be, um, she didn't really specify things, people, creatures of some sort that might, you know, get in the way. So she figures it's better to be quiet, which is why the sled isn't the greatest idea. Um,
Um,
oh, and the sled being what you use to carry all the stuff that you like the two boars and two human corpses, and yeah. So for some reason you're still they're still all there, but you kind of decided that it might be time to get rid of all that. um, yeah, she
we
didn't really
also
say
need Randy uh, and
to. Yeah.
our new friend here to vote on who to sacrifice to.
Yes.
well, hold on.
Well, I
How
don't.
far
I want
away
to
is the
sacrifice to
Oracle?
my belly.
The oracle, she would, you know, guess that it's if you just follow the ravine that you're standing right at the edge of, it's probably gonna be like 1.5, 2 hours to walk there.
Okay, gotcha. Because the other thing is like we can't just discard these people. These were these were people. These were men. They were
Yeah,
living once. They had good souls within them. We can't just leave them here.
probably true.
I mean, I still think that it would probably have been better to bring the people back to the village so their compatriots could have decided who to do what better with. But for the boar, uh, the oracle does seem like a better idea, or I still stand by just sacrificing it to Kira or, one of those guys that is going to make me some money.
Yeah, we the choices are we could sacrifice the board to life, smithing, war, music, or wisdom. I vote wisdom. I think
Yeah, you wrote it
Solomon
down
and
too in the chat. So like on
yeah.
roll 20. It's 3 for wisdom so far, 1 for music.
I haven't been introduced to the party yet, so I don't think I have a say in it.
Yeah, you wouldn't actually be there yet. I'm gonna write you right now in Discord where I think it might be best to have you come in, but if it depends on if it takes too long, we might just do something else.
So
Okay.
Those two things.
just to clarify, we're 100% for sure not gonna sacrifice this to our bellies.
We have a second one for that. Where we were going to cook it up at the same time.
Oh well, yeah, whatever. If I can eat a little bit of it, that's all I'm really worried about. I'd sacrifice it to, well, I suppose to life, because I mean we killed it because it was going to kill us. But I like life.
I like candy. But I suppose pork's all right.
I like fish. I'm not gonna lie, but pork's all right too.
As long as it's not goat, I'm okay.
Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at right now as well.
Okay.
But we're all agreed we're gonna sacrifice this thing now instead of trying to sneak through this land with this huge
I mean, to
sled
be
and
honest,
corpses.
Solomon kind of wants to sneak. Solomon
just
doesn't
doesn't-
really. Solomon
it
doesn't
just
really
doesn't
trust
feel-
her. Solomon's looking at her, and he doesn't think he thinks that she's just telling them that they have to like do this thing, but he doesn't feel like she's telling them enough. She hasn't really said. She says she knows something's out there, but she's not telling us what it is.
Okay.
She's just warning us that we just need to sacrifice the thing. What if we sacrifice this thing and it does something to us?
Well,
Um,
see, I can understand that also, but then that would also still be trusting that we'd have to go where she's telling us to go.
I feel like I get this impression that we're way overthinking this.
Like,
You think?
Like, I
I
think-
still
I
would
think
have
at the
also
end of the
told you.
day,
I still would have
we really
also
just
told
gotta
you
choose-
too. Like, she's just scared. Like, she is actually truly worried that we don't sacrifice this.
She does.
I
and
rolled
that's
a
what gives
really
me
good
caution.
insight check.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
I see.
that's what
I
gives
see
me
no
caution.
reason not to. I see no reason not to believe her. And besides, I'm pretty sure with how scary all you blokes are, she ain't trying to get on your bad side.
That's the way
Well,
to look at it.
well, I'm not that
One
scary.
woman.
Are you afraid of me? Are you afraid of me, little lady?
Oh, no, I'm not afraid of you. Should I be?
Oh,
Is there anything
oh
I should
no,
know?
no! You don't need to be
If
afraid
you
of me
ask
at
me,
all.
Afraid
Pat's
of
definitely
him.
gonna be afraid of you.
That's
He's a
hilarious.
beautiful creature. He's the most beautiful creature ever.
You hear some distant music just from somewhere, a little bit of a bird, but very melodious from the distance.
Oh,
So we couldn't even
Looks
sneak
there's
past.
a
Like we got
caravan or something.
somebody's playing music out here. There's no way we could sneak through this place with a sled.
you guys hear that beautiful song?
And it's accompanied by a song being actually sung.
I love the
How,
doo wops.
How long has it been since we walked to this hill?
Since you got to that ridge of it,
Yeah.
it's not been that long. Like you've been arguing a little bit about what to do exactly, so it's probably like a half an hour or so that you actually like stood there, didn't really know what to do. Kara's
Okay.
just her, slightly impatient self, but also wants to be careful about sneaking there. So, but she thinks that you are actually, kind of hurrying in your way. So it's fine for her to wait a little bit, but she's not gonna wait forever.
Soren's all about consensus and act. So even though we hear the music, I'm just gonna start gathering wood.
Hmm.
Does the
And
wood sound? Or what does the music sound like? Is it
Esther's looking for the source of the music.
Oh,
What?
here you go. Here's the music.
You actually hear words.
I'm going to be looking for the
Perception
source of music
9.
with Squigs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
There's more.
All right, it's a 9%.
No.
I just want to be walking in the direction of the music.
Yeah, I think Sherwin will definitely also make out that it's words. Esther
I
has no
see
idea.
Sherwin.
At this
I'm like,
point.
oh shit. I start going with Sherwin and be like, apparently he knows where it's at.
Okay.
I'm paying attention, but I'm staying by the bodies in the boar,
Okay.
kind of watching them. But
Yeah. Unsling my bow. I don't like draw arrows or anything, but I do have it in my hand. Dangers. She just told us there's dangers in these woods, so like the music could be a lure. You know, it's just ranger caution.
Did you hear that, Esther? They're talking about a rubbing on a chicken.
All right, this is
Nice.
Are there some trees I can emerge from around
Yes,
here?
they have there's a wood behind, like they're standing kind of at the edge of a wood. So anywhere, like you have a 180-degree wood scenario here.
So I'm
Almost
interested
dropped
to
that.
see whether or not they actually have any chickens.
Swarthy-skinned, brown-haired satyr comes walking up out of the woods, playing his flute. In between his melodies, he'll be singing these. I'm sorry, I'll be playing a lyre. I'll put the pan flute down as I emerge and come out playing a lyre so that I can sing that song that I posted the lyrics to this party of adventurers as I just waltz right through their midst, giving sort of I don't know how to describe it. The look he's given in that photo, almost like he's inviting you to come back to his place later as he walks through the singing.
Yeah.
Sherwin is actually snapping and clapping on beat with the music.
Yeah.
Ain't it crazy when they keep on rubbing that thing, he says. And just
Esther is looking rather confused. He's like,
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing out here?
Oh, don't you like to party, Esther?
I do love to party, but we're kind of in the middle of something right now, Sherwin.
Look at me. I'm a satyr. I'm up these woods. I should be asking you what you're doing here.
Well, we're about to do a sacrifice.
Oh, is there a fire made?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Collecting wood.
Yeah, Soren's gathering wood for it. You see a guy in a blue robe in the back gathering wood for the fire.
Yeah.
A sacrifice? It seems like a fitting place for that sort of thing. What are you sacrificing to?
That is a very good question. Thank you.
Well, I
was thinking Kira.
Or Valis. I'm thinking Valis might be the better.
I'm
split decision.
I'm thinking we're just gonna light it on fire, and then we're all just gonna be like, hey, this is for you. And whoever we're thinking of, they'll know, and maybe something crazy will happen. Everybody will show up, and we'll just have a one big party. We need some entertainment, though. Are you gonna come with us?
Well, I suppose I could. I don't suppose you have a bottle on you, a bit of wine for this occasion.
I haven't drank in a long time.
We've been through some things.
I'm all out of marmalade.
You're welcome to the goat.
Oh, yeah. What a lovely.
We're gonna fight one of these.
The satyr is welcome to the goat.
It's a white wine.
Oh, that'll do just fine. Say there, friend. What's your name?
Oh, me? I'm Sherman. This here's my partner in crime. And slaps Esther on the chest.
You used to be crime. Don't take that too seriously. My name is Esther.
Oh, we were doing crimes?
Esther. Oh, ignore that part, Sherwin.
Okay. It's just a metaphor then.
Yeah, I'm a tabaxi.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Absolutely.
Like
After
he's not something you've seen very much. Like he looks, for you it's fine because you're also kind of a mix of different.
Yeah, I was saying it's a tabaxi and a fucking
Yeah.
turtle person.
Yeah, but
Well,
Tabaxi portals are not native to this
they are
place.
not native, but it's not outside of the realm of imagination here. It's just that they aren't actually seen walking around usually.
It's sort of that.
after what Sharon mentioned, um, you see kind of the gears turning in Quinn's head. Like he's trying to put a thought together, but it's not really coming. And he's like,
Mhm.
Cairo, why do we have to pick one? Why can't we just sacrifice to the pantheon?
You look around and let me actually see. You do kind of see her somewhat half hiding behind a boulder, kind of taking cover, I would say, from whatever that is, because she doesn't actually like she kind of seems to have hidden away a little bit when she heard there was something going on, but she's kind of figuring by now that it's fine and coming out of hiding. Um,
Funny music.
yeah, she just to be on the safe side, she kind of hid, uh, but not very well, and also just it's obviously this sailor doesn't actually attack them, so she's gonna be fine. Um, well, it's this thing with sacrifices like that. Um, you have to sacrifice a whole thing, and usually, actually, if and that's why I'm so worried or getting worried about this. Um, usually, like the either like right after the death blow or very close to that, you sacrifice one whole thing that is this indivisible one to another indivisible one, so to speak. So it's not like you chop up the thing and have portions or anything. And that's the idea behind it. Uh, you just have one thing and you can just sacrifice it to one entity. Um,
And it has to be pretty close
you
to
also
right
have
after it's been.
it should
Uh,
be like I'm getting worried. I think it's getting like if we wait a little bit longer, it might just not count anymore because it's supposed to be very, very recent.
Kyrie,
So
I'm
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
we can wait to like the next day or anything.
I'm gonna
I'm not
ask
sure.
I'm gonna ask you the song that I'm sure is on everybody's mind. Do you know any songs about rubbing chickens?
Oh, well, some children's songs about chickens, yes.
But nothing
Not,
about rubbing a chicken.
I'm sure it's probably their own composition, I would almost guess. I mean, I also do that a lot. I write my own.
Oh, I was just
I'm
wondering if that was like a song of the land that we could learn and sing it around the
It's called
campfire.
The Rub, and it's a song that the wind sung to me long ago.
yeah.
Oh, the wind sang it to you.
Now, hold on. I'm still not familiar with what's going on here. Who was
hmm
that speaking? Who was that Sarah was speaking on behalf of?
That is a person. That is a bunny person. Like rabbit. There's a hare folk in this party
oh yeah.
now.
Are you
that
saying who
his
Quinn is or who she was portraying?
no, like she's like she herself is just Kyra, a bard that is accompanying the party, and she
See.
also already told them that she's named after the goddess Kyra. So
Uh,
that's kind of easy to remember. She's a bard.
you,
And
you,
Quinn is, yeah, now you see it in the picture as well, is a hair folk that is pure white
okay.
So
in armor.
is Kyra a bunny too?
No,
Oh,
Kyra,
And
Kyra is a
Kyra's that
kind of
lady on the bottom
skeleton.
of the
It's
picture
it's
there.
actually there's a picture of her. I also made a token by now. Um, she's just kind of a you know
she's human.
she's she's human. She's kind of petite, not very tall or anything. Definitely not intimidating in any way. Kind of a little bit bubbly and just
Oh,
a young
okay.
woman.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
that's what I thought. Okay.
Schecter is still playing the
The Goliath.
Goliath. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Now I got it. And are we in a particular? Is this like just a random place in the woods we're at right now?
They are on the way to the Oracle.
We're on the
Uh,
edge of a forest at the bottom of the hill, with a
there's a
ravine in front of
ravine.
us.
Okay.
Yeah. So they
Alright.
are going somewhere, but like they do have a plan. They used to first think they would go back to, I don't know if it would have been the next city or the tavern, and get on with their sacrifices there. But then there was also this thing that Kyra kept pushing them in another direction. So now they still have all these
She
bodies
brought
with
up she
them.
brought up a good point that if we took it to the town, like we would just walk into town and
You
yell
would just
like,
have
"Who wants to
1,000
sacrifice
different
this
ideas.
person?" Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
What's musical instrument does Kyra have that I see?
Uh, on her, you mostly see actually like just the scrolls that she's carrying,
Uh,
but she
oh,
does have a very delicate flute that's kind of attached to some of the, like, she's got the scroll holder that
okay.
she's walking around with.
Yeah, my eyes go to that. I look her up and down. I'll
Mhm.
gravitate towards her and use my
Mhm.
charisma as best I can.
Okay.
You look like you're probably not lost around here, fair lady, I say, and also wink at that goat that they got too,
Nice.
and then continue talking to her. And I try to get her to set me straight on what's going on, like why y'all are here, who
Okay.
these strangers are. They don't look like they're from these lands.
Hello. Who are you, if I may ask?
My name is Orestes, fair lady.
Ah, that's a nice name. I am Kyra, like the goddess,
I know
and
her. Oh,
I guess names also, my name might have made me a bard, or I don't know. Sometimes it is like that. Um, I'm
That's filled by
we're
one
trying to get
joy.
to the oracle
To the
back
core.
there,
Okay.
and she just kind of points down the ravine.
Are you guiding these strangers to this
As
oracle?
much as I can, yes. Um, I think.
So, are there other boars nearby, or was that one just like a special one?
Oh, this one was very special. It was actually,
Was a man killer.
harassing the whole area, and it it also was bigger and just looked a little bit different from the others. Um, it sometimes happens. It's like something gets into them in some way, and they just transform into these mythical beasts that look like out of our stories.
What up? Thanks for joining and
And
watching. Having a
that's
good time with
probably what
us.
happened to it. That's also why we're going to
Let us
have
know
to
how you're doing in the
sacrifice it.
chat.
And she kind of speaks up a little bit and kind of in your direction, as long as it's still fresh. So just to, you know, tell the others that this is still a thing.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody in the party had the ability to prevent decaying, like a cleric does or something.
They did purify.
Yeah, they did that already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
No,
purified.
not
It's
purified.
not.
There's one that stops.
No, yeah, we
Probably
don't have
mean gentle
the,
repose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
yeah, we don't have them.
Well, if okay, so you're being led by Kira, the god who by happens to be the name of the goddess of music,
Yes.
and music has brought me here before you. And so, if you guys must make a choice now, then why not give this boar to music?
Well, I know.
I look to their guide.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's 3 for wisdom, 2 for music, and 1 for life.
Well, I know. Solomon
As
likes
I
likes to
drop
make
another pile of wood on the ground.
cheeks clap.
Well, I can throw down cheeks. That's correct. While I'm preparing these bodies, and I like drop one of the bodies, I'm like, not his, mine too.
All right, I'll get to getting on this wood. Squigs,
Buddy.
hang out with Sherwin. And Squigs jumps over onto Sherwin's shoulder.
Oh, hi there, little buddy. How's it going? Now, don't be licking my eyeball now. I had pink eye for a week last time.
He like was in the process of doing it, and then he stops and kind of like looks down.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for listening there, buddy. Give him a little pat on the noggin.
Aw.
What is that thing again? Is that a raven or a?
No, it's actually
It's a dragon.
It's a
baby
dragon, yeah.
So like a little
Which,
pseudo dragon.
it's
No,
just,
it's a baby drake. It's a baby dragon.
It's a baby.
Baby dragon.
Yeah,
Neat.
and I mean it behaves very much like a puppy. It's also not
It's
the
a
usual
baby.
pet around here, but from the context that you can see, it's definitely nothing dangerous, and it's also obviously part
Is it
of this party.
All right, so how much farther are we away from the place?
About an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if we tread carefully. I know there's, you might see it. There's a little bit of steam. The ground here is getting warm. It's been like that for, a long time. It might sometimes
Excuse
be
me.
nice to be careful.
It probably would have been in your best interest. Like I wasn't here before, well, that's for sure. But it probably would have been in your best interest to capture the creature and then sacrifice it there instead of killing it where you were and then traveling for 3
Well,
hours.
we didn't know we would have to sacrifice it. We were gonna eat it.
So,
This is
it
this
had
is all
an
news to
aura.
us. Also,
Yeah.
it was definitely gonna kill us.
Yeah.
To be fair though, I'm
would-
really good at plans. I should have thought of that.
Would using a healing
Dang
spell
it.
on it reverse any of the effects or give us more time?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
Not at this point because it's been too long to, do anything about it. It's still it looks pretty clean because they actually clean it. So it doesn't look as grisly as it could. But it's definitely, I mean, it looks still really weird because it's got kind of spiky, almost bristles to it that kind of stick together and make it look like it's spiked. And it's also pretty big, and I mean, it's good that you have a Goliath that can pull that thing. Yeah, but it's not gonna come back as it looks right now.
He was asking
Yeah, I
more
was-
along the lines of to do it to like purify
Yeah,
the meat and
preserve
make
it in
stay
some way.
preserved.
Preserve,
It's-
not purify, because it's already purified.
Yeah, it's purified, so anything that would otherwise maybe be a problem as well. It's not gonna be really stinky very soon, but it's still a decaying body. It's just kind of fresh still. But there's really not much that you can do unless you do have either specific spells to do that, or yeah, I don't know, stumble across somebody who can.
Why wait? The gods are watching now. The votes have been cast. Wisdom it is.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I mean, looks like you have enough wood to, start on it and
Well,
get the
5 of the
sacrifice
6
going,
votes have
and
been
then
cast.
Squigs, I don't know what's about to happen, but I feel like it's gonna get lit around here.
It just squeaks. and does a little puff of poison up into the air.
That's what I'm saying. Pound it.
Totally pounds it. And
Yeah.
wraps his tail like around like part of your shell.
So, are you going to? You have wood there that's enough to have a pyre for this big boar. If you also wanted to, depends a little bit on what you want to do with the people that you took out of the cave, that are the bodies there.
Think
You might need
didn't-
some more wood for those if you want to burn them as well. If you want to bury them, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
come on, guys,
difficult if
lend
you
a
go
hand.
down the slope.
Yeah, I
Lend a
because
think
hand,
it's
guys.
Kira
We're gonna
told
need to
us.
make two pyres and a campfire if we're gonna cook that pork before it goes bad.
I'm kind
You
of
also
surprised
have
nobody
one.
has a. I'm kind of surprised nobody has like campfire.
Yeah, we have to make
Yeah.
3 pyres, right? 2 for the people and then 1 for the boar.
Yeah, well, we could put the people on the same pyre.
You might be, yeah, if you just make a slightly bigger
One of
one,
them
it
was
would also
like
work.
just a mound of like
Yeah,
flesh.
one
and
of them
stuff.
is kind of hardly holding together. I mean, it's just taking it out of the cave already kind of made it more of, 3/4 of that person because
How
it
many,
just kept slushing off.
how many bodies
So
are laying
it's
Yeah,
here?
so
two
we
bodies,
got
two human bodies,
Okay.
a boar, a normal
Realistically,
sized boar,
we
and
need
then the big
a
boar.
a big pile of wood for the boar. We need a smaller pile of wood for the two bodies, and then we need enough wood to roast a pork.
Who also roasted. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, Esther would definitely like be already arranging the wood, like
Mm.
where they
Yeah,
would
and
need it.
Sarge
He's
has
just like
been,
looks, sizes
yeah,
everything up. He's just like sorting
yeah.
everything into piles and building the pyres.
What do I need to
Sarge's
roll
been
to cut
really
down a tree with
effective.
my axe?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of, like, what you can also do is, take the smaller underbrush and just stuff lying around, which it depends on how far you want to go for it. If
Make
you,
sure to point out the dead wood that needs to be cut and not the live wood.
yeah, okay,
I
yeah,
have
then if
I have
you
to make
guide them to
sure.
something,
Also, make sure that they're doing the sacrifice right. I have religion too, if that helps at
oh,
all.
nice, okay, yeah,
I have a
that will
+6
definitely help.
religion, but I'm not from this world.
I got a +2.
Yeah, and can you eat the meat if you're using it in sacrifice?
We
The
have a separate
sacrifice
pig that
one
we're
you
going to use for
can't,
the eating.
but they have another one, yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
They have a normal sized boar that was
I was
kind of
mad about not eating
hunted
boars,
out
so
of
I went and
spite,
got a different
more or
one.
less.
Yep.
Esther was mad about not
Nice.
being able to. 18 plus 2. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Anybody else who would want to roll for religion for the sacrifice would actually have to do it at disadvantage, just whatever it is, but at disadvantage if you're not from that world, which is everybody else. But you can also have, like I'll say 2 people kind of lead this thing, and Kyra is not gonna be the one. She's just gonna be like, yeah, you got this. You don't need to
Orestes,
help me."
Kyra, either one of you want to help situate the wood and stuff? Like, we're not really sure on the ritual here.
Yeah, Kyra is gonna uh, just gonna tell you that it's just make a neat little pyre and make it flat at the top and then put the boar on top of it.
Oh,
And,
Yeah, like
I've prayed before.
Hephaestus is like, or not Hephaestus, shit. Esther's like Lincoln logging, like going back and forth
Yeah.
and layering it, like so
Yeah.
it's just stacking straight up in like a
Yeah.
table,
Yep, perfect.
leaving a
So-
nice big opening in the bottom part where we can put a bunch of kindling in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need. Just put it on top of this, and if you want to have any, you can just use any kinds of prayer really to dedicate it to whatever god you choose.
Oh, I know how to pray.
There's no need to do this in a more formal way and than that. Just all be together in this and tell the god that it's his and or hers for that matter, and then it'll just burn, and when it's burned to ashes,
Now,
it's done.
here's the rub on all that. The actual ritual that I perform as they make the sacrifice and have to
Mhm.
tell them the rites is going to
Yeah.
be to Kyra, the goddess.
Okay. So just kind of disregarding whatever they do. If you're the one leading this, then yeah.
And just make it, yeah, that.
Okay.
If you think Sherwin ain't praying while this is going on, y'all are crazy.
Yeah. No, he will
Soren
also
would
be
be
praying. What
Soren
were
would
the
be
others
focused
doing?
on just mentally I think Soren would just be mentally focused on the goddess of wisdom and, like, trying to stay honest to the ritual, basically, because he's a anthropologist, so it's all
Yeah.
about like following
Yeah.
people's rituals, and so he's giving it his all, basically.
Yes.
But he has no idea about this whole music switch.
More
So
on a yeah.
yeah, as
Okay.
far as he knows, mentally, he's completely focused on the goddess.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Festus
listen,
is cooking
Pyra,
this boar.
in your
The
mind,
other
as
boar.
you cue this beast to the fire, think of her
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I'll do everything I can to like thwart his
To-
his
yeah.
intent.
Okay. So you're very avert about it, right? You're not trying to actually hide the fact that you're trying to make them sacrifice this to Kara. You're just gonna
E-
tell them
Exactly.
that's what's gonna happen. Okay.
Just attempted to use my charisma to make
Yeah.
them understand that I actually know what I'm doing here and get the
Yes.
actual
Yeah. Make a
a funny
persuasion
joke.
check.
Sure.
And everybody else, just for the fun of it, so I know where you're standing, just make a wisdom check, straight wisdom. Wow, you're rolling really well. Sherwin's good though.
Sherwin doesn't know what you're
Alright,
talking about.
so-
He's praying to his own god.
Sherwin is just in his own world. The others will kind of, you get them to the point where it's all new god names, and they do get like it's difficult for them to just keep
Oh,
all these
Esther's
new words
just
in their
like
heads
straight
anyway.
up not even. He doesn't give a shit.
He
Like he's
doesn't
just
even
like,
care.
all right, pyres are built. Okay, I'm gonna go work on this
Sure.
campfire. Now I'm gonna cook
Yeah.
up this other boar. It's gonna be delicious. Like
Exactly.
he's
He's
just
probably
like
thinking about
they
that
didn't.
more
We're
than
not
anything.
sacrificing to the one that's gonna make me money. So whatever.
As a paladin,
Alright.
I'm still loyal to Oberon. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same with me for
I was about to say,
Bahamut, but
like, that's
I
similar.
will get rid of 4 copper pieces, just putting 2 copper on the eyes of the dead.
Mhm.
Actually, 6 copper. I'll put 2 on the eyes of the
We're
dead
supposed
man.
to put
Two
gold, I think.
two on. Does it have to be gold?
It has
I'll
to be
like
Kyra, if you're approaching them with the copper coins, Kyra's gonna kind of chime in. I think you might need gold for this, otherwise it's
All right,
because the
so
ferryman needs gold.
they had some
Two-
gold on them. We could use their gold for their
They
pass.
did have gold on them. You did get some gold from them.
So I'll
Okay.
take
Our gold.
I'll take
So
that
we'll use
bloody
it.
gold out of my pocket and be like, I think there
Here you
was. I mean,
go.
I'll prestidigitate those clean too.
Mhm.
We never split that up. There was a silvered spear that has been, I guess, setting on the
Yes.
sled. 25 gold and 37 silver. So
Yeah.
I guess 21 gold now.
When
Yeah,
Gyra
Yeah.
we
said
had
that
just
about
found out
the
that I
about the
can't use
gold,
a spear.
Solomon like takes his purse and is like, ooh, oh, and, like looks around, and yeah, Esther
Mhm.
walks up with the loot, and he's like, okay, cool.
Nice. Yeah, so you put that. It's on the 2 bodies that you're also gonna burn. For the boar, if you're trying to, Kara's gonna say, well, it's a sacrifice. This one is not going to have to, pay anybody in the afterlife to go somewhere special. This one's going somewhere special anyway. So you'll only need the 4 gold for these 2 poor people there.
Could have been even more special going into my goddamn belly.
You can if you want to. I'm just saying that if you want to keep the gold, like it's 2 more gold in your pockets, I guess. But you're welcome to put something on there.
No, that's not what he said. He said it would have been more special if it would have just went into my belly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
He definitely doesn't want to spend gold on it and had to have killed
no.
it. That's ridiculous.
Sherwin
Yeah.
definitely connects eyes with Esther, and he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you
And
know what I'm
as the
saying?
fire starts yeah, as the fire starts burning, and it's pretty like it does actually compared to the 2 bodies that you also burn, right? They also have their pyres now, and you kind of do that on the side. You don't actually have to, watch the fire very much if you're not like you shouldn't burn down the whole wood, but other than that, should be fine. Um, the bodies burn slower than the whole big beast on the kind of altar-like structure that you built.
I would say like barely even partway
faster.
through it getting done. All right, food's up.
Yeah. So the actual like the small boar, that'll also be, I don't know how much you want to do while you actually do the sacrifice. You'll have to use like 10 minutes to actually just do the sacrifice, but right after that you can go and cook the other things like the other boar, and do you just
Wait, so
like
I
put it
actually
on a
have to
spit?
be a part of the sacrifice? It just doesn't have to be sacrificed?
It it depends. You don't have to be part of the sacrifice. Nobody ever said you have to. You can just kind of ignore them and do your thing if you want to.
I was going to say, all they said is it had to be sacrificed. It's getting
Yeah.
sacrificed. I can work on this boar and get it cooked up,
Okay.
ready to eat.
So while Orestes is just making everybody do this for, you know, for Kyra, Sherwin is doing his prayer. He's unfazed by any of your, attempts to sway him to another god that he has not heard of
Blind
up
faith.
until like, today. um yeah, it's a very nice little prayer that he does. Do you like pray out loud to
I mean,
while the others are doing it too?
n-
Orestes is
I'm
definitely
I'm
also
I'm definitely not like shouting it at the top of my lungs. Just a little, like,
just they
just a
can
little
hear
kind
you,
of.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
Esther's listening to just multiple different prayers from like
Yeah, I was
everybody
just
go
about to
off
say
all
this
at once, and he's just like,
adds to the
"We're
confusion.
not good at this at all, host.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with what I'm good at, just slitting bellies and fucking
Mhm.
sticking a stick through it, like getting it
Okay.
rotating and shit."
I will
And we
shout
will
out a.
see.
I would say
Yeah.
I'll shout out a big amen as I go and sit next to Esther and pull out a little
Nice.
handkerchief and like tuck it up under my chin, like, I'm ready
Not
to
ready
eat.
Ready
yet.
to eat
We're
now.
almost there. We're almost there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just ready. If it's got worms, I'll purify it. It'll be fine.
Oh no, I think it'll be all right. It's just smell it, smell it. It's mouth's watering already. It's gonna be great.
Mm. And it does smell really good. I mean, you know, it's still pretty fresh, and it's a very like it was a younger animal, but it just seems like it's a really gonna be a very nice little dinner. Um yeah, so you do that, and Kara is just kind of, watching you all do your thing, kind of relieved that you finally do something like that. Um yeah, and just stands there and smiles for now, and all the pyres are burning.
I'll try to get up with her and get her to fill me in on how she met this party.
Hmm. Okay. Um she is gonna tell you a, a, a very interesting story. I'll actually whisper it, or I'll write it in. Yeah, I'll whisper to you
Okay.
what she tells you.
And then I guess um, I'll get out my pan flute and play it a little bit, and as we're talking, and see if she'll join me in that. Go ahead.
I doubt she will. She thinks that we're about to get attacked any minute, apparently.
Esther, is it done yet?
Should be
Well,
about
here,
done. Like,
let
it
me check
doesn't
this outside
take forever.
thing. I like cut off a chunk and then I like taste it.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. We'll just carve from the outside and let it kick on the inside too. Go on,
Oh.
dig
Yeah.
in there, Sherwin.
Sherwin just like leans forward with his mouth open, looking at Esther like this.
Just whack. No, use your goddamn utensils.
Like, oh,
Sorry, wait. It's how long have we been burning it?
I would assume the big boar is still burning.
Big Boy took it's a surprisingly short amount of time until it starts crumbling into ashes and dust.
Oh, because sacrifice.
Yeah, it's much quicker than you would have expected. and it takes
Yeah.
like 15 minutes for it to actually start kind of dissolving into ashes that also glow a little bit.
Yeah, because
Just
if
a
you're cooking
slight
the
shimmer.
because if you're cooking that small one on a campfire, it's gonna take like 7 hours.
It's gonna be like if you do it from the outside to like if you do this layer thing and actually like do that, it'll take it depends a little bit on how
And we don't have to
aggressive
roast it all together.
you're
Maybe
gonna
we
do it.
cut it in
Yeah.
pieces. We
You
can cut it
can
in
just
pieces and put it
cut
over the fire.
pieces and put those on the fire and you'll be done in like half an hour or so
You
with those.
chucked it up. It's got like lines cut into it and shit.
Yeah.
Make it cook fast.
I mean, you already had it cleaned out and everything, so it's pretty well prepared to be roasted.
I also
in
I know everything about cooking, so this
Mhm.
is just my assumption of how it works. I just cook it and make it go faster.
Sherwin got a full-on pork rib in his mouth right now. Whether it is done or not, he's just.
It is also true. Like Esther doesn't really care if it's finished all the way either. He's like, I mean, I just kind of like the taste of it when it's cooked, but meat's meat. He's a cat
Yeah.
person. He doesn't really need to worry about it being cooked all the way through.
Yeah, that's
Solomon's
very true.
trying to be polite and let everybody go first, knowing that he's gonna take a big old chunk of that thing.
Oh. Yeah, I
Quinn
mean, your
having
party has grown a little bit, so
Quinn having grown up in a festival pretty much his entire life is just like
uh-huh.
this didn't look sanitary.
Is it? Well, I'm not quite sure what that means.
Well, it's fine, mouthful. It's
Mhm.
fine, I did the prayings over it, and it's all good. It's all good.
I mean,
He said it's good.
they've tried it, so
I'm about
but
to
you
say,
don't
I'm
have
not-
to eat off the boards.
Solomon, I saved you a leg here.
Oh, goody! Thank you.
Ephesus, I keep saying Ephesus because we're both cat people and it's throwing me off. But like Esther like looks up and then he like looks at the leg and then he just like cuts off like the back part of the boar with this short sword and then just like pulls it off and hands it up to Solomon. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. I got a leg, which is a hamstring.
A leg and some ass cheek.
As you're all sitting around the fire, Kyra just goes and looks at you all, kind of eating or not eating, being suspicious of it. Doesn't like you're kind of gathering around that fire now. Um, and she's gonna tell you, I am Kyra, as in the Kyra, and I
Yeah.
need help. I need
My
you to help me.
eyes just go get really big. I guess the first thing I do is going to be an insight check on what she just told me.
Soren
Mhm.
seems completely
Yeah.
unsurprised.
100.
Like-
I feel like
It's
I
just
feel
like,
like Esther
okay.
wouldn't be real surprised either. He's just
I was like,
like,
No.
you did make that comment
Obviously.
yesterday, or you made that comment earlier in your running about how you used to get involved in the story, and now you just like to watch the story. And I kind of
yeah.
question at that point.
Hell of a
Like-
disguise, though. That name really threw me.
Wait, you guys knew this whole time?
Oh,
No, I mean,
I'm
I've
suspicious,
suspected
but,
for
you
a
know,
little bit.
Everybody has their own secrets. It ain't no
Solomon
problem.
just thinks that you just said you
Yeah.
are you. He does.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah. No, he wouldn't know.
So I believe her, right? Because she's not lying, right?
You believe her, and you might not even be sure if you believe her because she's just good at lying or if you believe her because it's the truth.
Mm.
It's a little bit difficult to tell. She might just be a very good liar.
I
Which,
will.
being a bard technically is not out of the realm.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I rolled really good on my inside check last time, and the only way I would beat that would be getting a nat 20. So there's really no point in me trying to roll another
Mhm.
one right now.
I mean,
She already
yeah.
convinced me she was telling the truth. So
a god
I
is as
did it.
beatable as they want to be.
Oh, I know. I
You
did
did.
it.
I don't know how much of a meta information that actually is that you did roll a nat 20 on insight on her.
But nobody's gonna believe me. I'm a fucking moron.
Nobody's gonna believe you. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say he totally did roll a nat 20 on
he
insight on her,
did.
but
It's just
Solomon.
you know,
Sh-
it's just not his
Even if you guys,
Sure,
thing.
even if you guys ask me, I'm just gonna be like, well, she's her. That's what she's
Sherwin-
been her the whole time.
Sherwin is going to blindly
That's
follow
it.
Solomon, knowing that he's paladin and righteous. He's just going to knowingly follow him
Oh,
regardless.
you're my
Okay.
pal too, buddy. Thank you.
We are the best pals, aren't we?
Booyah.
Yeah.
You're the real pal, though. You know.
Get out of here.
I tell her that if she's really Kyra, then she knows the song already, and I'll just put the flute up to my lips and
Mm-hmm.
see what she does.
Yeah, fucking freestyle for us. Give us a beat.
She will pick up her own flute as well.
And I'll play the note that I knew I was going to play when
She's there just before you.
I fall onto a knee and tell her that I have, since I've opened my eyes to the light of the world, have felt her song in my lungs and wandered these woods waiting for the day that this might happen, and that I am at her complete and utter disposal. And I am, yeah, I'm a flower in your hands, my lady.
He just smiles at you, and as it looks really strange because she's just this tiny little person, uh, but she behaves like she's actually kind of used to this thing, and just behaves godlike in that way that she just actually accepts it and doesn't isn't faced by it at all, and just goes, well, so this might be your chance to actually be part of this very, very big story.
Look
Now
to the
that
Goliath.
I find interesting.
Didn't you say you had some white wine?
Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Sure do. And I turn around and I hold up the goat with like just the udders kind of hanging down.
Oh, and the other as well, yeah.
It's a rare white. It pairs very nicely with this boar. You can drink it straight from the spout. Tell them Tom Brady should really know Williams.
The goat is
Just
just
hear what
protesting
from Sir
a lot.
directing
Like,
throat. Oh,
Esther just shakes his
What other-
head. He's just like,
what other
oh.
wine? What other wine giggles when you drink it? Haha.
You know,
yeah, it's a goat kicking and screaming
Solomon,
and
put Tom Serena Brady Williams down.
no,
on,
let her
Steve.
milk fill the air. Or Steve says, and then he has
Okay.
to go take a smoke break.
Nice. All right. Yeah, so you, apart from harassing the goat once again, the goat really doesn't like Solomon at all, but she keeps on being like, you know, kind of tied to him in some way. So it's not
me,
a
but
happy
I'm
goat.
completely blind to it. I am completely
Yeah,
blind to
yeah.
it.
And yeah, tends to kind of try to hide behind Sherwin whenever you go and pick her up or something. She's got this reaction to get away, but you still have her on this little rope or whatever it is.
I feel like the
I'm
goat's
gonna
just
use my
always.
daily speak with animals.
Uh-huh.
Try and calm her down.
Okay.
I feel like the goat is just always in between Sherwin and Solomon,
Yeah.
and Sherwin's just like, this
Yeah.
fucking goat.
The goat is absolutely gravitating to you, trying to get away from this big guy that keeps just manhandling her.
So weird.
And
Every time I talk to the goat, I think she thinks that you're calling it. It's so strange.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you what it is. It's just the
Beautiful
craziest
creature.
thing. Oh, it's so nice. Squigs, I
Mm.
fucking hate this goat. I'll tell you what.
Squid
And
kind of
as
just like shakes his head a little bit, but then he's just like he's not the biggest fan of the goat, but he knows I really like the goat, so he's fine with it.
yeah, so you will like the goat tells you that this big guy is just. I mean, it's so
I'm
annoying. I need to get. Just
all right.
leave me. It's like
No, but
I'm
you
sick of
gotta
this.
come with us. You
Okay,
don't want to be here no more.
can I get over to this the the person with the hard back? She's
All
just
right. So that's not good for your safety. How about you just stay with me?
okay.
Esther, why do you
She
keep
just
batting at the
shrugs.
goat?
All right. Solomon, come on, hand me the rope. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, let's go, Tom Serena, Brady Williams. Me, you, and Squigs against the world.
Is he gonna go Old Yeller the goat?
No, he's just gonna. I just take the rope and I don't even like really tie it. I like look. I like hold it for a second, and then I talk to her and go a little bit longer, and I'm like,
Mm,
all right,
yeah.
now Squigs is gonna ride on your back. All right, I'm just
She's
gonna
just kind of
let
a little
him
quick
hold the
shrug.
rope,
Yeah, she's
and
yeah.
then you should be fine. You just stay right next to me, all right? And
Yeah.
then I just tell Squigs Interconic to jump on her back and hang out on the goat, ride Tom
Mhm.
Serena, Brady Williams into the sunset.
Mhm.
And then ask the goat to come just chill next to the fire with me.
All
Or
right.
just go eat some grass off by the side of the camp or whatever.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you do get to, eat your food, get the sacrifice over with. Seemingly there's a god watching you while you eat. Um you can all just
Pressure.
uh she's still gonna be quite like she doesn't change in any way. She just kind of got rid of this. I'm sick of trying to convince you in any other way. Uh, let's just go there. Also, you just sacrificed something to her, and it seems like she's now invested in actually maybe, you know, getting somewhere
Oh,
with you,
oh,
possibly.
hello, new friend. My name is Sherwin. I'm the resident healer of the group. When did you get here?
Are you talking to Kyra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I'm still me. I mean, I've always been me. Um,
Oh,
it's still nice to meet you. I mean, we've met before, but I like introductions, so there we go. Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh,
oh,
did she
Just kind
change
of goes with
form?
it. No, she
Did,
does not. She
What's the
she
okay.
big
is
deal? She's always
her
been her. It's
same
just
self.
same
Okay.
It's
person,
just
same
yeah.
god person.
I
Male.
I just feel like she's a little more sparkly now.
You may like there's no difference really that you can see. The only difference is that uh she was a little bit calmer, if anything, during the sacrifice, and kind of just looked quite, very smiley and happy, but not in her bouncy way. But other than that, she's kind of back to that. Also, I think we
So,
should go.
what is it you need from us? The whole dragon story and everything, was that just a setup to get us to go along with your idea, or do you
Oh
really
no, no,
think
that's
that
those are the stories. There was this oath of peace. We had 500 years now of peace between, well, peace, just no war, I guess, between the Titans and the gods and all the people of this whole land here, and that was the oath of peace. The oracle we are trying to get to actually brokered this peace, and I've been like we've been counseling with her for quite some time, um, and we just want to end this constant threat of war once and for all, pretty much just by defeating those titans that betrayed this world. I mean,
Yeah, war
that's
kind of
what it's all
sucks.
about. I also haven't heard
So you want us to
of
go
the
to war?
oracle, and well, maybe not right away. There's usually it would be better to prepare before you ever meet the titans. I mean, those aren't something you just do, but you know, the oracle, she's been quiet for the last 2 weeks. I haven't heard of her. I need to go there and actually see what might have happened. Um, that's that is that is one reason why I really need to have some people that can maybe go on this journey with me. Well, I'm not going to be able to do anything because they have too many eyes on me, but you know, you still you are here and you're obviously not on anybody's mind right now. You seem to be mostly not even from this world, so I figured this might be it. And last time I spoke to the oracle, I think she talked about you actually, um, but I haven't heard from her since. So I'm now slightly worried, and that's why I thought it might be good to go to her first.
Goodness, Clara, it just so turns out we're people. We might be the people that you're looking for. That might
Yes,
be
that's
us.
right. That is
Oh my
right, Solomon.
Did
She
it.
just
I
kind of,
figured I solved the puzzle.
yeah, she
Good job.
absolutely.
Good job, Solomon.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're
She's
welcome.
So, what
Kyra
do you guys
also
all
just
think then?
adds to, like she comes like she comes to you while you're eating and doing all that stuff, and you're all sitting kind of around and having like it's gonna be a short rest, um, and she comes up to you and will just tell you that she will actually would like to swear an oath of protection to your party.
We
What does that entail there? Do we call you Kira or my
Oh,
lady?
I'm Kyra. I mean, I'm just me.
Clara,
Um,
we already have an oath of protection. It's right here, and I smack like a leg bone of the boar against my shield. It's right there.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that one. Cast spells.
yeah.
Cast it.
um, well, yes, that's also there. That's true. But let's say we do actually have oaths in our world here that are more binding than that, if you understand what I mean. Um, I will just I will swear to come and help and protect you when you need help. Um, that is yeah, that is what I
All
will
right.
swear, and it is something I cannot disobey.
It's pretty cool. I guess I got your
Now
back
that's
too.
something I could probably get behind. So, does it require anything from us other than, of course, us helping
Oh,
you with your
all I
problem?
am going to say is, but that's why I needed your attention for just a minute. And she kind of stands in front of you as much as she can, uh, holds her left hand to her heart, and just tells you the words, I hereby swear to protect you whenever you need it, and I will come as quickly as I can to get you out of any trouble. And then just breathes in and out for like just a big breath, and then yeah, just goes back to normal, just relaxes her arms and just stands there. All right, that's it. That's actually all I need to do. Um and it's done. So now I still also need your help, of course, and if you can you know come with me after this early dinner or whatever you want to, it's been a nice little break, but I think we should really see if we could maybe help out the oracle.
As you wish, my lady.
All right, I don't feel any different. You sure it worked?
Well, it's an oath that binds me. It's nothing. It is not going to bind you, except for that you're part of. If I ever don't help you, it will have dire consequences for me.
I feel a
Um,
little warm and fuzzy inside.
yeah.
I think it's probably because you ate about a quarter of that pig there, so.
Oh, is that what happens when you eat too much of the meats? I'm
Oh
start
yeah, you probably you gotta make sure you gotta stand up, walk it off.
I'm starting to sweat.
The meat sweat straight.
But I feel like I understood what she was saying just now, and that's why I felt warm. You're telling me it's not because of the lady that says she's a higher being. It's because I ate too much of the
Uh,
pork.
all right, it could probably be a combination of the two things. This whole meeting gods thing is,
Hmm.
I'm assuming, new to all of us.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's
Before,
true.
it was like the only manifestation I've had of a god is actually listening to me is Squigs.
Hmm.
So I can't really relate to actually meeting one. Or don't know really. Do we call you goddess or just
Well,
Kyra? Or,
I don't know what
gods
use
and
I'll have
people
for.
too, as we like to say. No, you can just call me Kyra. It's all good. I mean that is my name, and yes, I'm just
Hello,
happy to you know help you a little bit if you can help me. Pretty much. Uh, yeah.
so like gods are just like regular ass people. Then it's basically what I'm gathering from this. I mean,
Well,
obviously very powerful individuals, but like thoughts, emotions, and all that is
apart from being immortal, it feels pretty normal to me. I mean, sure.
I don't know when I'll ever need any music, but I guess if we're a tavern and things are kind of boring, we'll call on you.
Well, I think there's something else I can help you with. Um,
Oh, what is that?
have you heard the good word of Lord and Savior Bahamut?
No, I have not, but you
so
bringing
Solomon.
that part up.
Yeah, like we'll just
She asked for help.
yeah, we gotta like make sure that these fires is put all the way out. Come on, help me out here, big buddy. Just like just like make sure the
Oh,
fires
oh,
out after the fucking sacrifice.
Esther, don't worry. The creator will take care of all that stuff. It's just fine.
Yeah, so the pyre that you had the boar on is pretty much cleaned. Like it burned and then it stopped burning in a way that it still looks kind of altar-like. That's that looks safe. You can leave that. It's just the cooking fire and the other pyre. Those are the usual smoldering, kind of more messy fires. So yeah, you just need to put out these two.
Yeah, so we go. I don't. Obviously I'll like check and see, make sure that the corpses inside have fully burned away, and then I'll
Yeah.
start to put out the fires.
All right. Yeah, all that's left is bone shards, and those aren't big. So it's definitely good enough to say that they, you know, kind of have
Yeah,
gotten their rest.
scooping dirt on top of it all, bury it on top of
Interestingly,
burning
if you were looking, you could check for the gold pieces. They're gone.
it. Interesting. Well, I assume they'd be just like melted into their skulls or some shit.
You don't even if you roll any number on any die, you would not find it. There's Cairo is going to tell you that the gold is gone. I mean, the corpses need something to get over the river, and so the gold just burns and becomes ethereal and goes with their souls.
Cool.
Goes with them to the underworld.
Esther wouldn't have taken it anyways.
Yes. So
So what lies ahead? Where is it?
Oh, we are at this ravine kind of,
Mhm.
where it's just very slight, but there's a little bit of water. It looks like there must be some kind of a spring nearby somewhere, maybe. It's trickling at the bottom of it, but it's also in just parts of it that's steaming slightly. Looks like
Oh.
the ground is kind of, there's some kind of volcanic activity around here.
Spring here.
It's not much. It's very lush and green and nice. Starting to get a little bit you see some boulders every now and then. There's some rocks jutting out of the
So
ground.
we've put the fire out and we're heading forward.
You're heading toward where this oracle seems to live.
Okay.
Which
and,
Kyra knows. So
and Kyra you lead us to this oracle. Do you seek the vision, or is it for us to find from the?
Well, I already had. Versi was the one giving me the information that people would come that might be the heroes we're all looking for, but I think you would be the ones that now need some more guidance in that direction, and she might be the one to be able to help you, because as much as I'm capable of doing things, I'm not actually able to look into the future as she does. So, she might be a good start to figure out what you will have to do in order to help defeat the Titans.
Yes. Oh, that's right. The oath of peace is ending between the Titans and the god.
Yes. It's all about that. We're getting dangerously close to the 500-year point, and we're all
time
pretty
limit.
worried about it.
How was the last oath of peace established?
Well, Versi, the Oracle was the one who brokered the peace, and it was just this stalemate that we used to then pretty much just say, okay, we all will not do anything else for the next 500 years.
It's a 500 year.
Still not. It is not going to be pretty when it ends. So
Is the
we're
oath
all
over
worried
the
about it.
kingdom of the Fae here?
Well, it's pretty much just this. It's for in a way it's for everybody. Everybody involved kind of has just everybody could live normally. All the people, the Fae, and all the people in the cities have been living more or less in peace, unless they just kept sometimes maybe killing themselves, but not that much. For 500 years now. So all the people living and most of the Fae living now have never known this battle between the Titans and the gods, and them trying to get rid of all the new folk that they see as infestation to their land. So it's very probably the question if I'm not even sure if all the Fae will survive if the Titans just start doing what they did before again. I mean, nobody's prepared for it now. We didn't really realize that 500 years might be a long time for a lot of mortal races. So that is one thing we didn't really take into consideration maybe back then.
It's not that long.
No,
Yeah,
it
no,
isn't. It's
here
just
it's really not by mythological terms.
no, it really isn't. But you know, it's been a few generations, and it seems like the people, especially the people in the cities, but I hear also a lot of the Fae folk in the Heartlands have not obviously completely forgotten about it, but it's just become the story that they tell, and nothing really more than that. And that is worrying because we will probably have a very, very big problem on our hands when everything starts going back to where it was before.
Well, then let's go see this oracle so she can tell us what to do.
Yeah, I hope she can tell us. I hope she's still there. I'm really worried about her. Um, can we just leave now? It looks like all the fires are out, so um, I think we should maybe pack up. But as I said before, we should maybe be a little bit quiet approaching this. I'm not sure why she hasn't been reaching out to any of us, but I
No,
think there
my
might
muse.
be.
Let me draw them out. If they lie in wait for us, I will go first ahead of all the rest of you, and I will play my song, knowing that you can hear it behind me. And if they find any of us, they'll find me. And I'm sure that these heroes you've gathered have been gathered for reason and can come to my aid. But first and foremost, protect you.
That is another way we can do this. Yes, we can do that as well. If you're all okay with that, we will have to just be ready to do whatever it takes to get to the oracle and then see what we find there and go from there. I actually haven't been able to check until now, so
Is
you
it
know.
a path that we can follow, or
There
do
is
we?
just follow the ravine. It's
Okay.
gonna take you there.
Okay. Well, if nobody's going to stop me, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
you can.
about 100 feet or
Mm-hmm.
maybe 50 yards ahead of
Yeah.
everybody
Okay. Yeah.
and just play my heart out and they know
Okay.
and if I'll tell you if you stop hearing the song, something's wrong.
Okay. Okay. So that's
Nice.
your instruction
Very
from
nice.
Orestes. So you stick to about 50 yards behind him and then just, you know, follow him down this ravine.
Yeah, I quickly pack up the rest of whatever's left of the meat and
Okay, yeah.
douse the fire and make sure that nobody left anything behind
Mm-hmm.
and get Tom Brady, Serena Williams, and Squigs and tell them to come along.
Okay.
We're moving already. I didn't even get my nap in.
Now,
Oh, push
too
him.
late for a nap, Sherwin. You literally slept on the way up here. All right, let's go.
I got the itis now.
Yeah. So you go.
Yeah, you do got
follow
the
him.
Those are
itis.
the meats.
You got the I just woke up. You need to get your ass walking, boy.
Yeah, you just follow the song pretty much. There's it's just very slight bends. For the most part, you can still see Orestes in front of you. Um, just every now and then, there's like you follow this for about an hour, and it seems quite quiet around you, except for the song. But the ground starts to become
You know I gotta
more and
use the
more
mug.
misty. There's more water in the air from just being warm. And if you ever like just feel the water that's running next to you, it'll be not hot at all, but most of it will be quite warm, warmer than you would expect. So it's not scalding any of you. But
Trying not
they,
to get in it.
yeah, it's it also it's happily not one of these really stinky ones where you just smell rotten eggs all the time.
It's not just sulfur.
But yeah, um, but it looks like it's getting a little bit more rocky, just slightly, slightly more dangerous, maybe just by being very active kind of Earth here.
Hey, Solomon, you think this is what they call rock music?
Holy yeah, yes,
Sure.
yes.
That's a good one. uh, um, yeah, you once in a while, actually, just Orestes for now. Could you make a Dex saving throw?
Uh-oh.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You got it. Oh, well, shit.
That's my plan, Darth. That's my plan.
Oh god.
Oh wow. um, it's you've been traveling for some time, and you're also concentrating on playing at the same time, which you kind of get into the music maybe a little bit too much, and you totally don't realize that you're almost stepping onto this little piece of it's a little bit of a rocky, looks like just a little pile of rocks on the ground. You just step on it, and right as you step on it, there's a heated vent of steam coming out of this. It's it's scalding hot, and you get like one of your legs gets scalded for some damage. Let me roll it up. Oops. In that way. Just
Song I sing
moving.
as I go to my fate, whatever it is.
Yeah. It's 8 points of damage to you.
Okay.
It's fire damage.
That's from
It's
a
just
volcanic vent.
it's a vent that has just it's spraying steam. It's pretty much just really super heated water that just spills out of there. And you do realize that some of these areas seem to have like, it's very hot and it's really painful to be scalded like that, but you do realize with that there might be some areas here where it's better to be very careful and nimble on your feet. So if you hear a slight puffing or anything, you can just jump to
got
the
that.
side.
And I've also got that ridiculous springing leg thing where I can add like 1d8 feet to the height of
Yeah.
my jump or something like that.
Yeah, you probably do a pretty big jump with that.
Just take whatever high ground I can find.
Yeah.
I can spring from boulder to boulder. Try doing that.
Yeah, you can kind of do the mountain
Excuse me.
goat thing now. Just, the ravine is getting pretty steep. And you can kind of jump up halfway of it. So you're just on like a 15 feet high ledge now. That's there's hardly any place to stand, but you manage to just, jump up there and then stand.
Don't ever let my son falter.
Yeah.
I keep playing and leading the way.
Okay. Yeah, so you try to circumvent that, and everybody else has seen this. So you will know to not, to avoid that area. But
Well, damn.
gonna
This
be
this rock
another.
music, pretty entertaining.
Yeah. I will actually just roll because we have a party of 6, 1d6. It's a 6. Solomon, you roll a
Yes.
dex saving throw, please.
Oh no,
Just about 10 minutes later,
not bad.
you manage to just avoid getting scalded as well. And you just it's very hard to see. It's mostly where it's rocky and there's no plant life at all. But because all the ravine is getting more and more rock, and just it's difficult to tell apart areas that are safe from those that aren't. Um, oh yeah, but it would have
I just
been yeah, it's difficult to see those vents really because it looks like the whole ground is just, you know, kind of bubbling underneath, and it just depends on where it shoots out at any point.
Gotcha.
But you
Can
continue.
I say that like maybe my shield was able to block it? Would that be okay as like that deck save? Like I pulled up my shield in
You
time and
can
kind of angled it.
yeah, you can angle that away. It kind of, angle it in a way that the steam doesn't actually hit you. That would work.
Well,
In
And
that
for
I
you,
case,
it
like
would
your
be
smoke
kind of
show.
being
I was
dangerous.
just putting in the chat when I was like,
Yeah.
Solomon's deck save as he steps out. He goes, "What was that?" And someone's
Uh-huh.
like, "Solomon, watch out for that." He goes, "Huh?" And then turns and it just catches off the shield and just ricochets off, and he's just like, "What? Oh, that."
Yeah. That.
I'd like to kind of try to stay close to the party too. If I see
Mm.
any notion towards it, I'm gonna probably try to do that again.
All right. Make a perception check to see
Oh, cool.
how much of that you might be able to pick up.
Oh, I'm not very good at that.
Can
Not
still roll
horrible
well.
though. Not
It
horrible
he
though.
isn't that bad. You actually do manage. You're now like an hour and 20 minutes into the journey and getting kind of close to probably where you should be going. And you see that sometimes there's little kinds of those piles of stone kind of stick out a little bit to you. You do actually manage to see some, and you just, you know, tell people to either walk around or just go there, shield them from that vent in case it starts spewing steam right when they walk by, and just yeah, help them actually prevent another 3 of those vents.
I'm gonna
So
warn
that's good.
them, but I'm gonna warn them by saying, "Hey everyone, I think I might too be an oracle. I think I can
Oh.
see the future, and when these things might spout out, see
Mhm.
those little things there? I think that's where they come from. And the future told me that."
Solomon, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you are the one true chosen.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it. You know, knew it in my mind
Very
of
nice.
minds. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you, Oracle Solomon. We appreciate your input.
You're welcome.
And as
I saw
you,
that coming too.
kind of are a little bit, busy trying not to fall into anything, you do end up. I'll have to probably put you all in here somewhere. because
I say
otherwise-
in Draconic, it's like we should totally go with this.
Just have him be the oracle.
Mm-hmm. Because
yeah.
I don't think Solomon speaks Draconic, right?
No, not that I
100%
know
now.
of.
100%.
Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure it's just me and Soren that speak Draconic. I'm like, we should
That's
totally go with this.
it's not me for sure.
So
But I do
Orestes would
say,
be the
"Ah,
first
yes,
one
of course."
to get
Yeah.
Like,
into, like,
oh,
to get a glimpse of a somewhat ruinous building. Like it's half ruined a little bit from just maybe time. A few pillars in front of it are, broken, but some still standing. And there is a building. It's kind of built into this ravine that's been getting higher and higher up. It's now. It depends very much on where exactly you are, but it's at least a 60 feet climb to get to the top of it, and it's
Can you
mostly
point
stone.
All right. Yeah. Starts to like stretch out. Pulls his rope out, ties both ends together because it's. You said
Uh-huh.
it was 60 feet.
To
So
climb
he
to the
ties.
top, yeah.
Yeah, and then just like wraps around himself. And just, all right, I'll find a spot and just hikes his way on up. Just goes right up it.
Okay. Um, yeah, if you go up there, you do see that you're still in the middle of, a wilderness and forest, and you kind of have a view from up there. What you will see is that this temple building is built into the 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 ground basically. It seems to be technically underground in the way that you do see there's still shrubs and forest and some mountains actually now getting kind of a little bit closer. But this oracle seems to be living right like within the ravine. There's an entry, but on top of this you don't even see anything. Like there's just wilderness. Um, it looks very much like this is it's not completely hidden or anything. There's still a big ass temple, but you
Okay.
don't see it if you're just walking through the forest. You would actually have to go down into this little ravine.
All right. Is there a spot for me to tie this rope off anywhere?
Yeah, there's a tree not that far off, and I mean it's 60
Perfect.
feet of climbing plus a little bit to get to the tree, so you'll have to use 70 feet plus maybe 5 to get a good knot
I
on
have
it, so
100
maybe
feet of
55.
rope, so
Yeah,
I
you'll still
got
have
that.
a little bit to spare.
Cool. Make sure
Okay.
that I use that extra spare to make sure it's tied off real good.
Yeah. All right,
Then I
that makes
go
sense.
over and I'm like, all right, rope's tied off. Toss it down.
Mm-hmm. Kyra is kind of being very, very careful right now. She's just kind of staying back and maybe kind of trying to hide and not be too visible. And at some point, who would be the last in your team to walk down this ravine?
Probably
And
me.
in that case, that's probably gonna be Sherwin. She's just gonna, uh, you know, as you approach this, I think we're there. Um, I might not be. I will be especially unwelcome here, and I think it's better if I don't you know, if I'm not that visible, I'll just be a little off. I'll know when anything happens, but I think you've got this. And she just turns around, kind of almost walks up this ravine as well, but just like it looks a little bit like climbing, but like she's pretending to climb and instead just does the spider climb thing or something. It's a really weird look. And she just kind of waves to you and then vanishes behind a bush at the top that you just barely see some twigs of. So
What a
she's out of sight for now.
what a weird girl.
But yeah.
I curse under my breath in Draconic like lambs to slaughter.
She's always with me, says Orestes. Puts his
and
hand
and
on his
she
chest.
she at least Sherwin knows that she didn't say she's gonna leave and not help or anything. She's just gonna be out of sight, and if you can handle stuff without her, she'll not intervene for now. That's the gist of what you got told. Uh, so yeah, are you all seeing the map right now? And I placed Orestes on it. It's to the right of the map.
I see the map.
I do as well.
Yeah, good. Because I'll just make you all the normal. Yeah, you'll be like on top of there somewhere. Uh, Orestes was the first one to get there, but you see this little bit of water, a lot of steam still, and there's those vents. Where's everybody gonna be on this? Do you wait for the others, Orestes, or do you want to just like go
I'm
ahead and?
as far forward as I've moved my token, just barely getting into those rocks a little bit as they
All right.
as
Okay.
they walk up, hopefully, and
Yeah.
up here on the map.
Okay. Yeah. So in that case, Esther
would he
would probably
would
have
he have already
been
gotten
up
up the top
here
part?
somewhere. Esther can like get you actually can get pretty far up, but you would be behind Orestes somewhere, together with Squig somewhere here.
Yeah, Squigs would have.
Solomon wouldn't be that like you would just barely be kind of getting in there. But I'll put you next to them anyway. And
So,
you're
yeah,
all kind of bunched up there for now.
Yeah, put me wherever you think I would be.
Yeah, you're all kind of in that same region. This river isn't. isn't very deep. Like it's possible to wade through it. There's just this danger of maybe, steam coming through vents at the bottom of that river. And those are impossible to see. That's the only problem. But yeah, you all see the temple now. And I think some of you, roll a perception check. Just everybody.
Dude,
Nice.
I've been
Can the
lights
squigs
out.
help me?
Happening to
Dude,
Solomon.
it's your night,
Yeah,
Solomon.
sure.
I don't know.
Esther also has kind of the high ground, so you'll see some more stuff as well.
I am the oracle. I see
You are.
all.
You are. Soren is kind of probably still watching for those vents more than anything, and doing that. Orestes is kind of in the same position, but also maybe a little bit just looking at the others and kind of waiting for them to arrive. But you all do see that there's some vents spewing. Like as you come in there, this rock over here just juts out a stream of steam and some water. Solomon, you do notice that there's people at the entrance of this temple, and they look like they carry weapons. They're kind of behind all those columns. Some of them are broken, so sometimes you have a little bit of a better view. You definitely see those are people with weapons, though. Sherwin also notices that. And you also notice, Sherwin and Solomon, that there's a little, well, a, a little creature of some sort that is right there, kind of in the water, just
I think you're
a
in
head and
the
a very
DM there,
long
so we can't
nose
see your
sticking out.
pings.
Oh, yeah, I was in the wrong. Yeah, there. This one. Here.
Solomon, I think we need to get to the front.
They can't
And
fool
Esther,
me.
because you're kind of higher up, you have you can't really see people inside the temple. There's a roof above that. And the angle isn't quite right. But you also notice that there's another little creature. It's not a big one at all. But that one is right there.
Is everybody within more or less whispering distance? Maybe not. Is Orestes?
You're kind of a bigger group, so it's gonna be like most of you are in whispering distance. The
I'm
way you're
definitely not.
standing,
No.
exactly, Esther would be out of it, and Orestes is standing right next to this water there, and it depends on if you're really whispering, you might just get the ones that are exactly very close to you. So
I'm only gonna. Yeah, I'm only gonna tell like the people that are super close to me. I'm gonna kind of like point out where they're at
Mhm.
and just like finger to
Yeah.
my mouth, like and
Mhm.
just like point it out. Because we don't have any way to communicate with these other guys, do we?
I don't think so.
Shit. And yeah, I'm not gonna move because I'm like extremely loud,
Mm.
and I'm just gonna kind of like signal everybody else to kind of like I don't know move up or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and like catch someone's attention and like point out the thing that I saw
Yeah.
and just like do the eyes there signal and pull out
Okay,
my
yeah.
bow.
Yeah.
I'm
Makes sense.
I'm just gonna mosey my way onto the front because I feel like that's where I belong.
Mhm. Makes sense.
Are they caught up to me? Are they like right behind?
They're pretty much caught up to you. Yeah, they get there. You're just pretty much looking out for steam vents, and actually you might need to make another save as well. Could you roll another dex save, please?
Yep.
Because you're standing right where you are. Yeah, you do realize, like, just before it does anything, there's a little bit of sound coming from the rock right next to you, and
Mm,
some steam spills out, but it doesn't actually get to you. You're quick enough to get around that one.
okay, so I got a steam vent I have to worry about over here too, right? Is there
Yeah.
anyone but the path?
It's difficult to tell. I mean, none of them are constantly spewing steam, so technically you could just walk anywhere. It's just a little bit of a risk when you know where the vents are.
I'm
You
gonna
should
go.
maybe.
I'll go back to the party. If no one's
Okay.
like shooting at me or anything like that, I'm just gonna go back to the
Those
party.
little creatures seem to just kind of stick their heads out of the water and not be doing that much yet.
Okay.
Yeah, and I see the creatures in the water, right?
Yeah, there's now that they've been pointed out, like you do see them anyway, but the others will also notice that there's two creatures that you can definitely see.
Could I?
Sherwin, you 100% saw him. I pointed at the river and I made the
Yeah.
fishy face. I made
Oh
the,
yeah.
the fishy face.
Can I speak to them in Aquan and
Sure.
just be like, "Oh, hello there, friends. We're just coming here to see the stuff. What's your name?" I don't know if
There's
they
one that
speak Aquan or not, but
oh they seem to listen, and then they just kind of the one that's kind of closest to you, this guy here, um he just giggles and then walks kind of into the water a little bit, blobs out again, just a foot further towards you. Well, come find out.
like, oh, well, I think that's my plan. I think I'm supposed to come down there. I think.
Okay, so this, it's a creature that's kind of halfway in the water.
Look
The
like
other one is kind of just basically moving a little bit behind the other rock, thinking it might be hiding. It is not from the ones that rolled well. Um,
Is
small or medium-sized creatures?
they are small creatures. I can make them a little bit smaller too.
is this water right here?
This is water, yeah. It's not very deep. This whole ravine has this very it's not a deep river in any way. It's probably because some of the water constantly gets evaporated from the underground.
Okay, I can't
So
see
yeah.
those circles like at all.
Yeah, I can
I
make
don't
them
see
look
anything else.
differently.
I only see Orestes.
Yeah.
I saw them a minute ago when you were pointing something out.
Yeah, I can make them different colors. They are a little bit difficult to see. Let me see if that already helps.
And there's like nothing there on mine. I don't know if everybody else is the same.
Oh,
Like
that's
there's
better.
I see. I
Oh,
see.
you
Is this
mean
one
like
better
you
to
can't
see
see
right
anybody
now?
else at all? Yeah, that one down there I can see now.
Yeah.
I
I'll just
see.
make them all kind of
I see me and Orestes.
okay.
So
Mine was
these,
like that too until I refreshed and then it fixed it.
Oh, okay. Let me
these
let me
creatures,
look at your.
No,
Yeah,
doing it
that's
right now.
true. You actually don't see the others. That's interesting. Yeah,
I see
maybe try
all.
refresh. Yeah, you should be able to see everybody.
minor pests, and probably
Oh,
of
I
no.
have an idea what it could be with you. Let me check. You do have
Oh, I
vision
can
though.
see everything now.
yeah.
Okay.
I refresh and everything's
Yeah.
way more colorful now.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, it's maybe because there's a lot of stuff going on this page. That might
It
be
was
the
like this
reason
weird
why.
black and white version, and there was no
Yeah, I saw it. I just went
ABCs. Yeah, it was weird.
to Sherwin's view for a second and saw this black and white view with nobody else on. It's really weird. I'll make this a little bit smaller, and then there's another one. I'll also tint that
Oh,
one.
mine is black and white too. Should I refresh? Is this
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
should
Yeah.
probably refresh.
Yeah,
It
if you're
should
fresh.
be much more
Okay.
colorful.
God dang it! How do I put my token up? Yeah.
Click and drag your token
You
from your
should be able
journal.
to click and drag. Usually you can't have like if you do see the three lines, don't like just
Oh, there we
click on
go.
your name directly.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah,
That's better. Nice.
Yeah, I see everybody's tokens. Okay.
Good. Very good.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
okay. So, so these are just some minor water pests, but there are some actual guards around this
You
temple.
do, yeah, exactly. Solomon is with his eagle eyes for some reason and his massive great perception that he suddenly has. And Sherwin did see them first, and they will, be able to like point in that direction too. There's guards that you do see.
I mean,
Those
are
are
we
people with weapons.
uninvited?
You all see them.
Are we uninvited guests? Like, I don't know. Should we be worried about these guards? I don't understand why we're worried. We're just going here to see an oracle.
Playing a flute and singing a song, so I have a feeling like they've seen us and these little.
They
Yeah, I
have
mean,
seen you,
they're not
yes.
attacking. So why don't we just go say, "Hey, we're here to see the oracle"? Like, why are we thinking they're? This doesn't seem like a situation that's dangerous.
I want
What
to.
I was gonna offer
Sight,
an announcement.
Sight beyond sight has shown me them, but to
Yeah.
be honest, my vision is clouded. I don't know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen next, so I don't know if they're gonna
Yeah,
attack us or
honestly, I thought that we had to go up the cliff. So, in
No,
retrospect,
it seems like there's actually just an entrance down there.
yeah,
Um,
no, I thought that we had to go up the cliff to get to the
Mhm.
entrance. Is what I was like hinting at. I was, oh, okay, so, well, I'll just climb back down now. Bring my rope with me.
Yeah, okay, with the rope. All right. Yeah, but you know now that there's no sign of this at the top of the cliff. Like there, it looks just like more countryside. Um, yeah, what you basically like Sherwin is trying to like shake the hand of this water creature.
Or
It's kind of
fin, whatever it's got.
yeah, it's a spindly little watery, very pointy kind of creature. As as you approach, it kind of sidles up to that one rock here and just keeps beckoning you a little bit.
Oh, don't be afraid there, little guy. It's okay.
And as you go and like go towards that creature, you'll have to make another dex save.
I'm super good at this.
It likes to cook its food before it eats it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so close to being a straight zero.
Sherwin's shell gets scolded a little bit by another burst of steam, but because
What
it's
a
your shell
badass.
and it doesn't actually hurt you at all. And you see the creature just make a very disappointed face as it sees that you don't seem to be hurting.
Do I notice its disappointed face?
If you're looking that direction, you do notice that.
I would
It's a small
definitely be
creature, but
watching Sherwin going off on
yeah,
his own again,
you
doing
have very
something
good eyes,
ridiculous.
so yeah, you would notice.
Can I
Looks
shoot
like
him?
if you wanna, sure. I mean, they haven't. The other thing that is going to happen pretty much simultaneously with you shooting that guy is that you hear from the temple one of the people that's standing there just calling out, "Go away! Just get out of here!"
Talking to us?
See the oracle.
If Esther shoots this creature that I'm trying to shake his hand,
Make your
Sherwin's
shot right now.
Sherwin's gonna run towards the temple, screaming arrow traps.
Now I really want you to roll another death.
Oh man!
Shoot him. 'Cause that
See,
would just
Esther is like in the process of like drawing the bow back, but he
Mhm.
is within sight of everybody. Anyone could
Yes, he
easily
is.
say stop. And he
Nah.
No, I don't
mean, you're
think they
behind
will
me.
because you're also a quick person. You will be able to like you will shoot this one arrow at
Am I?
whatever this is.
Can we move somewhat freely? Like, can I move up next to
It
Sherwin?
seems like you can right now, but this might also be like this might initiate something. So if you want to have moved in like, the last 10 seconds or so somewhere, you can. Yeah, a 15 I think does hit.
Arrow
Trying to trick
traps.
my friend in,
Have to-
trying to trick
yeah.
my friend into fucking running on top of a geyser, dick.
Yeah. That's like from your perspective, it absolutely looked like he was getting close to that one just to make him right step on it, pretty much. Yeah, you hit. So what's the damage on this one?
Ah.
Well,
You
Sherwin
know
just.
Esther's always trying to one shot as he rolls that terrible damage,
Oh yeah.
but
Oh
he's just
yeah.
gonna add more damage into it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So you shot the thing. It's a weird, watery, somewhat solid creature, and it definitely has some solidity to it, but its skin looks a bit steamy. If that makes any sense. But you do hit it, and it just goes ow, and looks kind of at you,
Oh, you think
and that
inflicting
would be
pain's
where we would
fun, do
have
you?
to roll
Dickhead.
initiative. That this would be the point where we would roll initiative for this one, yeah.
I was thinking.
3, yeah. Sherwin's true to himself
Oh,
again.
here we go. Here's old Solomon
Yeah.
rearing his head.
Soren's pretty good.
I am middle of
We'll
the
also
road.
have to like call it a night for right there.
I
We're
was gonna say
gonna
it's
have
getting
to make
late.
the fight go. Yeah, the fight is gonna go down next week.
Before
But
it goes down.
yeah, I'll just add all the initiatives into the
Oh, we just do our
current one.
thing.
Orestes is pretty good too. You have some really good rolls. It's just Sherwin and Solomon just chilling.
You know,
Nice.
sometimes you have to be the future, the present, and the past. Okay, right now I'm the past.
Yeah.
I'm the very, very past.
You are. You are. The guard seeing that and just some of you don't see who's the one talking. It's they're inside this temple thing and there's a lot of columns in front of those people. You see at least two, probably, can guess that there might be more. For right now, just keep kind of telling you to stay away. That's all they're gonna do for right now, but I'm gonna add all of them into the initiative as well. Okay. I rolled really well
Yeah.
for
Pretty
initiative.
solid. Pretty solid.
I'll also have to, do some things that you don't see yet.
Oh, that's weird. My initiative isn't right on there.
Is it not? It's not a
I
plus
got a
3.
12.
All right. Okay. I think I'm done rolling too. Still, I mean, for being me, this is pretty decent.
Oh yeah, well, those are pretty damn good initiatives.
Yeah.
Anything over a 10 is a good initiative.
Yeah,
Hey.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
well,
no such thing as bad
I heard that.
initiative. Like, it's just when
Boy.
you decide to kill someone, It's
No,
just like, but like for a fast initiative, 10 and up is pretty good. Anything over
mean,
20 is crazy.
Oh wow, and one net
Well-
20. Wow. I like
I mean,
this.
weird, just weird
less than
flex.
enough.
It's just a weird flex to throw this
It's
way.
like,
Like, just,
They're all perking up.
I'm
I know
just
I'm
you
told,
don't
but you don't.
numerically speaking.
I know I'm told, but you don't have to dunk on me like that. Just-
Why are you showing me where the beach is right now?
Standing halfway in the water.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
You should get out of here. There's arrow traps flying.
Oh yeah.
You gotta watch yourself. Careful.
No, that was our friend. He just shot
Also,
that
don't
thing,
trust
that
that
creature
steamy
right in
thing.
front of you.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna continue in initiative next time, and this guard situation there is really weird because while all that is happening, all you did hear from them was stay away. That is
I'm definitely going to do the opposite of that.
yeah,
Mm.
but that is what they keep like. You hear at least two people telling you to go away, kind of talking on top of each other. Just don't don't even dare getting any closer.
In my experience, those are usually the people that need the biggest hug.
Oh. Yeah,
I
but we do
I
have an
concur.
Yes,
initiative,
perfect.
and we
I'm
will.
still my initiative's still a 12, not a 10.
Yeah, I'll just edit you.
Oof.
But it's gonna be.
Actually, it
Oh,
doesn't
I have to
matter.
show it
Nothing
in here
is.
twice, but I know which one the
Oh well,
right one
except
is.
that 11.
Yeah, I'll just. I mean, I can make this. Was it a 12?
It's weird because
or-
normally I can just click on it and change it myself, but now I can click on Orestes and change his.
Oh,
not
okay.
mine.
That's interesting. No, but yours should be a 12, was it? Right?
Yeah. I rolled a 9. Have
Yeah.
a +3.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
shit!
just do the
I was just
descending
looking at
thing
mine.
again.
Mine was supposed to be like a 70, like 76, like maybe like
Yeah,
92.
Mine was
something like
38.
that.
And now
Interesting.
those are crazy initiatives.
That is indeed very, very good. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe because this page is full of stuff. It's possibly why this is happening. But yeah, we
Roll 20
definitely
likes to
have
do
a
some
long
fuckboy
list.
shit.
Yeah. I mean, I did put a lot of things on here, so you know. But
Party.
I really like the setup, and you're a little bit distributed on the map already. That's good. Actually, you're a large creature. You get even more size, Solomon, like that.
I'm
Yeah.
very beefy. I'm a big beefy boy, but I just got dunked on by my homie here. Big time. Got posted up.
I almost feel like Solomon is trying to take psychic damage here.
Oracle, I should have seen it
Really
coming. I
sounds
never
like
saw that alley-oop just right over my dome.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Hilarious.
listen, Solomon, sometimes you just don't see them coming. They just hit you and it just happens. You just got to take it.
Mhm.
It's like arrow traps. You just sometimes
Oh,
you
yeah.
never see them coming.
I think
Yeah.
that's called an
Love and
eclipse.
death. Here you go.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for playing. I'm really interested in how this goes down. Partly because it's a lot of people taking part in this fight.
Yeah.
I also see that there's still some people in here. Yeah.
Y'all are dope. I appreciate you.
Yeah, this is going to get wild.
Thanks very much for, getting together again. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks for running it, as usual. It was a
We're,
blast.
we're moving now. We're moving out. 2 nights in a row helped, but I mean, we're doing stuff.
Yeah. You're doing
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
and you're definitely in a place where things are going to happen a lot.
We should go back and have another discussion about if we should sacrifice that boar or not, though. I think we should just go back, spend about 2 or 3 sessions talking about
Spend another,
that.
yeah.
Like
At
I was
least.
so over that. Just kill the boar already.
Just all, like, 3 sessions of just 1 hour of debate.
Defer into the next thing we have to make a decision on and let that
We're
play out.
rolling all the way back to the cave. Like,
You know what's great is I got like a super good insight, and I was like, I'm gonna muddy the waters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all my characters exist to just be a monkey wrench in the party's plans, usually anyway. I'm a forever DM. I never like meld with the party, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine, and I think it's gonna be very helpful to have somebody to just do some stuff every now and then, because otherwise, yeah, you're absolutely the undecisives or something. I don't know. You haven't actually chosen a real name, right? So
No,
there's
we
that to
haven't.
think about. Maybe it should be something about indecision.
scatter
But
breeze.
maybe.
I mean, if we're putting together by the goddess of music, we can be the Blues Brothers.
Hey.
The Bluest Brothers, yeah.
By the way, that call to just switch the sacrifice by default without anybody's permission
Yeah.
was the most baller thing ever because she turned out to be the goddess herself.
Yeah,
standing
that
up
was
there.
that was pretty sneaky.
It was pretty good.
slick.
I have to
I
say
wanted to interject, and then I was just like,
yeah.
damn it. And then like I was like, I can't do anything, and then it totally
Yeah.
worked out.
That's the most
Yeah.
chaotic good thing I've ever done with a player character.
I can
It
see it.
totally suits the character, I think. I mean, it totally makes sense.
It's
he's a
funny
bard.
too, because like before you got there, I was the only one that was like, "Well, why not just? She's named after her, God. Let's just do that one."
Yeah.
Would look really
I mean,
bad.
she's not the greatest at hiding stuff because she's also, she kind of had her thing to get somewhere. So, yeah. But all the outcomes
He was
would have
just
been
like,
interesting. Just saying, there's a lot
how
of ways it could
ironic.
have gone. Yeah.
This random lady finds us in a bar after we have literally just appeared in this world.
Yep. Yep.
Who is looking for new travelers, who's named after, as we find out. Oh God, that's crazy.
Again,
Mhm.
Solomon's like stupid smart. He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was her name. Of course, like,
Yeah.
yes, her name
Yes.
was that. So of course she's that.
Yeah, it was like for once, like being simple was like the way to like deal with that situation.
Yeah, but he didn't
Sure.
tell anybody.
All
He
right.
was just
Thank you
That's
guys
he was just
Yeah.
like,
for
well,
watching.
yeah, everybody knows that.
Obviously. Yeah.
We're gonna send it on over to
Yeah, it's gonna be
Mims a
interesting to
lot.
see how this goes. I mean, all the other ways would have been interesting and fun too,
We'll be back
including if you had waited, like if you hadn't
tomorrow
actually sacrificed the thing right there.
and doing this next
I
week.
would have called it as not having been sacrificed, which is also a nice, interesting thing.
Till next time, guys.
But yeah, I like you having this combination too. So
Do we get to
this
know
is-
what would have happened had we not?
if you
sacrificed?
want to, I am going to tell you because it's just something that would have suited the whole party very much. You would have become goats.
Yes.
Not gonna tell you
Fuck,
for how
guys,
long.
we messed up.
Not gonna tell you the specifics, but you would have